Good afternoon, everybody. I'm going to try to make this short and sweet. I don't have a lot of time on my Kindle. So, anyway, I just want to let you know I was watching Joe Osteen and he was talking about balancing the books and balancing books of our lives and basically how he would take a deficit in our life and eventually make it very much even. Everything is going to be totally, calculated out where it just balances out. And I thought that was really beautiful because after I'm like, well, that was kind of not the message that I wanted to receive, God. When I was listening to it, I wanted to hear something else from something else different happening in my life right now. And it wound up being that not long after that, I was watching it. My daughter calls and she sits and she says, "Ma, I just took your car to the shop, and that shaking is a wheel alignment, saying that you need tires too." And I said, "Yeah, I know that. I understood that." But she's holding my car for the day, and I said, I don't, I'm gonna get to it. Cause I got to get the money up, and I got to get tires. And she says, "Well, listen, let me help you because I use your car too." And I'm like, "Oh no, don't worry about it." She says, "But I'm asking you that that I want to help you, and I'm asking you to let me help you." And I just thought about it. Yes, that message was definitely for me because if anybody knows what I have dealt with my daughter in the past as she was growing up and how hard it was and how I just thought that I really got the short end of the stick, like Joel Osteen said, and that I just didn't understand why I was dealing with what I was dealing with. Why couldn't I just raise my child like everybody else normally raised their kids? Why couldn't the extreme, the things that weren't so great be like her just getting smart and me telling her to go to her room? But it wasn't like that. My life wasn't like that. It was a TV show. It could have been a reality show, and it would have been really, really popular. So I just look and I say, wow, here it is. She's 22. She has a 3-month-old child now, and here it is. Our life has been balanced. I mean, nothing's perfect, but it's not where we used to be. And when she calls and she sits here and she wants to help her mom and she wants to do these things and she brings that beautiful baby over, and I'm just looking at the increase in our lives, God does balance the books. And I need you to know that. Whatever you're going through today, God will balance your books. It may seem like it's years, and for me, it was truly years. But God does restore. He is in the restoration business. So believe that He's going to take care of you. Believe that everything that you're going through is not in vain. And as hard as it is, fight until you get to the end. This is the spiritual warfare you're going to go through. And nothing is going to be perfect. Believe you me. Nothing is going to go the way that we planned. But you know what? Whatever your positive goals are in that part of your life, handle your business. And if you're trying to get your children off the streets, do it. I don't care what. I don't care who tells you what. I don't care what they tell you or how they tell you. You make sure that you sit here and handle it. You make sure that you do whatever it takes to save your children because it's worth it. And the books do become balanced. And life does become at an even kill, at least for that part of your life, some point in your life. But when you let go and you just say, I won't say let go and let God, but don't give up on doing what your part is, because God gives us these certain types of situations for us to sit here and conquer. He does not always want us to sit back and just give up. He doesn't want us to sit here and just fall apart and say it ain't going to happen for us. It can happen for you. I promise you. Because for me, it has happened. And I am no different than anybody else. If you knew what I went through, you would sit here and say, wow, now I understand that God does restore. There always said back in the time that there's a serenity in the midst of all the storm I was going through. God kept giving me little pieces of peace in my life. Just a little bit of serene time, even in my storm. So He's going to give you that. But eventually He's going to bring you out of the storm. Believe it. And give God the glory. Through it and after it. Because God is going to come through. He will balance your books. Watch Joe Osteen. It came on January 29th, 2017 on Lifetime. Because I think that it did make a difference for me, even though I didn't expect that message. Looking right after that, the Lord had showed me this is why I wanted you to look at that so you can see where your blessings have flown. I don't know if flown was the right word, but how flowed in my life. That's what I was trying to say. All right. Love you all.